Welcome to Research Business Daily Report, made possible by our exclusive community at patreon.com. If you are a regular viewer of this video series, we strongly encourage you to visit patreon.com/RBDR. I'm Bob Lederer. Ask almost anyone to name the biggest thing that market researchers need to change in their repertoire in order to become a larger and more relevant factor in research today, and I'll bet that more often than not you're going to hear that researchers need to become storytellers. I think of storytelling as a very creative exercise, and right or wrong, I tend to think of market researchers, or many of them, as being a little bit more bookwormish data collectors. So how can my image of a market researcher evolve into a storyteller? Well, David V.L. Smith has run his own research business, DVL Smith Limited, out in the UK since January of 1990, and over that time he has become an expert in all areas of market intelligence and customer insight. In fact, he's just opened a new business called Excellence Tools. And as it turns out, he's been training researchers to develop their innermost hidden storytelling talents for the past 10 years. So, of course, we asked David to share some of his training secrets. And he started with the challenge of the mounds of data that exist and integrating it all to make maximum sense of the story that needs to be told. And then David answered a few of my other questions. David, is the typical market researcher that we have all been familiar with for years and years, are they well-positioned? Are they of the type that can easily adapt and become storytellers?
Yes, no. Yes, in terms of the ability to present and get together really good visuals, I think it's improved over the years. But the issue is, the challenge is today we need to integrate lots of different data sources, the desk research, the qualitative, loads of different types of survey data, plus customer transaction data. So the basis of great storytelling is having an integrated story, not just having slabs and blocks of data. So that's the challenge, being able to integrate everything together. That's the leaping off point for great storytelling.
Mm-hmm. But are these people who are very data-oriented, very research-oriented, does it come naturally to them to be, I guess, what I would describe as creative in being able to take that information and turn it into a story?
I think it is open to, training techniques. Once the value of telling the story, integrating the evidence, being clear on the message, being forthright in offering a point of view, getting to the point. Once all these things are pointed out, I think market researchers can step up to the plate and improve. There has been a lot of progress made over the years, and I think my thesis here is that technique and training and tools do help with this. Okay, it's true there's going to be some more natural showtime people that feel more comfortable in the kind of creative limelight. But I'd like to believe that lots of people in the industry can move up from maybe only a level 4 performance to a level 8, which is fine, with some people being able to excel at levels 9 or 10. We've been doing this for about 10 years now, and there are a couple of breakthroughs. One was when we changed the dialogue from the word storytelling, which frightened some people because they thought, wow, I've got to be a Hollywood director or a novelist or a dramatist to understand all this. And we reduced it down and said, look, guys, we've done all the hard yards of understanding how these guys operate. And we've reduced it down to 7 key things you've got to do. Now, if you just follow these 7 tools, these 7 fundamental principles, then it becomes more accessible to everyone. So that was one kind of breakthrough. And the other thing is actually the whole debate around whether market researchers should influence the decision, or whether they should somehow be just presenting the data, stepping back and letting others decide. And the breakthrough there was to position the way we operate as insight professionals around the idea of framing the evidence-based choices. So it's not for the insight professional to make the decision, but you set out the different decision options. You clearly present the evidence for and against the different options, and you do that in a compelling story-like way. And once those couple of key things were communicated, I started getting more progress in terms of encouraging people to be good storytellers. I suppose one final thing, Bob, is the idea of having a clear sense of purpose. Now, this was quite a breakthrough. So it's different from knowing what the research objectives are or what the business question is. This is about turning up and having a clear idea of what you want to achieve in delivering that presentation. So it's all about acting with purpose and intentionality to achieve a particular outcome.
That's your Research Business Daily Report, made possible by members of our exclusive community on the crowdfunding platform Patreon. Special thanks to all of our current patrons, and in particular, the two newest to join us, Bill Friedrich and Bill Harvey. They joined our viewer group because they recognize the value that RBDR brings to conversations in our industry, and also the fact that we're bringing news insights and commentary to light that just are not heard anywhere else. So if you're interested in joining our community for those reasons or others, you will not only be helping us, but you'll be gaining exclusive RBDR perks and services. The size of your research operation doesn't matter, neither does the type of research you do, or whether you are a client-side or a vendor-side researcher, and you can be anywhere on this earth. There are so many reasons for any RBDR viewer to become a patron. Figure out your best reason, and you don't have to be shy about sharing it with us either, and become an RBDR patron today. Have a great research day, and we hope that this week turns out to be one of your most profitable ones so that you can especially enjoy the upcoming weekend. And we will see you back here on Monday.